Hello everyone and welcome back to StarBricks. Today we're looking at this small rebel transport that you can see in Star Wars A New Hope. Now this transport has many functions, believe it or not, and many different ways that you can put people on it and attachments. So let's get right into the video at StarBricks. And here it is. This is the Rebel Transport Vehicle, as seen in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. Now you can see this zipping around the Rebel base on Yavin IV, and I'll throw a picture up here so you can see what it looks like. Now, this vehicle, though it is only seen in the background, is a very important part of the movie. When I was looking at my collection, I noticed I had many transports for Imperial Stormtroopers, but I didn't have anything for Rebels. So I looked into it and found this vehicle. Not only does this look very cool, but it is very practical. You can put many people on it. Here you have the driver. This is a custom pilot made from different pieces from all different minifigures. And they have their own very special yellow pilot's chair. Now if we get some people, we can see that you can put people on the sides of this. Looking at the sides, you can see that they're a little bit sloped, and you can put their legs on just like so. So here we have Luke Skywalker riding on the transport. Or you can sit them down on the top, just as we have Boba Fett here. If you look at the back, you can see a few lights, and when we drive it around, nothing comes loose at all. It's quite practical and quite effective, I might say, in achieving the desired effect. Now you can also put any kind of thing you want on the middle section. That's just for goods and storages, and also weapons if you want to put some of those on there, just like how they do it on the movie. So if we go ahead and take these guys off, I'm going to show you something that's very cool about this, and that is the inside. You see, since these sides are sloped, you have to use this mechanism where you build things in the middle instead of building them on two studs. This is a very interesting technique, and it took a while for me to figure this out. But once I did, it all came together very nicely, and it certainly does look good in the end. So let's just put these pieces back on, and I'll show you the next thing that goes into this vehicle. This next part is just something I wanted to add because I thought it needed a little pizzazz, and it goes right on that hitch at the very, very back. Here it is. This is the attachment. I'm not sure what to call this, but this one has a crane on it. As you can see, it's about the same height. It connects right along, and the crane can be used in almost any manner. It uses ball joints. Now if we have this little container and we put a cap on top of it, the hook can grab onto the container and bring it anywhere that it needs to go, without you even having to touch the container. There's a few studs that allow it to snap onto the actual transport, or you could make it wrap around and put it on the front of the Rebel personnel transport. But this construction vehicle alone is pretty cool. Let's look at some of the details right now. When looking at this, we can see, of course, the crane. Let's put that down and out of the way. You can see this little pilot's seat. It is a little bit difficult to get the pilot in and out, but once you get him in there, he doesn't really need to come out at all. This, I imagine, is a little bit of a display so that he can see around the crane when he's driving. He has all the necessary things in order to drive, and it even has a little bumper and a little antenna so that it can operate remotely from the actual set. Now, we also have this weapons clip on the back. You can either put it horizontally or vertically, whichever one you want. It works both ways, and if you have a weapon, it can still connect. But that's not all. I also included another function, because I thought a construction vehicle was pretty cool and all, and something that Rebels certainly needed, but they also needed something else. Something that could be a practical weapon if their base wasn't. So, I made this, which is a little cannon that also connects to the same ball joint that the crane goes on. This is definitely my favorite part of this attachment. Now it can go 360 all the way around, because it is on a ball joint after all. It has a little telescopic lens, and if we just pick it up, we can see that it goes all the way around, almost vertically 180 degrees. We can also fire it by pushing this button, and it fires quite far. It's just one of the little fire guns, one of the only practical uses for them, since they don't look very good on minifigures at all. And of course, we can connect it back. Now, this is a very, very cool set. As you can see, it has many attachments. It has the crates, it has the gun. While it does look a little bit like a bumper car and is not canon, it is something that is certainly practical and looks very cool. And you can build it, as long as you give credit where credit is due. In the comments below, please leave any ideas you have for future MOCs. I would love to hear your guys' ideas and make something that you really want to see. So please do leave that down in the comments, and I'll see what I can do.